beyond words, I guess. I mean, it's more than I've ever seen in my lifetime here in Maine. I mean, it was just huge trees, poles, ton of damage.
Dave Foss, power line engineer with Maine Central Power, had seen ice storms before, but he wasn't prepared for this.
The tops of these trees would be so heavy that they just snap the tops of the trees right off, come crashing down on top of the lines and wipe out whatever's in his path.
4 people were killed in the ice storm, but with 3 million feet of power lines down, 700,000 were left without heating in freezing temperatures for as long as 2 weeks. It was only through immense efforts from Dave and his Central Maine power teams and the emergency services that the death toll wasn't much higher.
The governor declared a state of emergency. The National Guard geared up, brought generators, powered up some of these older nursing homes and stuff we couldn't get to for days, helped with the evacuation efforts. It was hairy for a while.
Most people think that global warming simply means the world is getting hotter. But if massive ice sheets melt at the poles, huge volumes of water would swamp vast stretches of land. And storms would get ever more ferocious. And now, as that meltwater hits the Atlantic conveyor, some scientists are warning that the northern hemisphere will be plunged into an ice age. If this happens, the outcome will be catastrophic. The Pentagon commissioned a report on possible outcomes of climate change. If a warming planet does lead to even more floods, storms, and an ice age, the Pentagon wanted to know what preparations it should make. The report warns that if we do not act, we could see a dangerous world riven by conflict, where neighboring countries fight over water and fertile land, where mass migration could result in border wars. Conflict which might ultimately lead to superpower confrontation. The question everybody is asking: how long have we got? It's always been thought that climate change occurs very slowly. Ice ages are caused by a wobble in the Earth's axis as it orbits the sun. The ice takes thousands of years to form and then to recede. According to this theory, if there is an ice age coming, it won't be for many generations yet. But now scientists think they may have gotten it wrong. There's a new way of unearthing our planet's climate history, and its findings are startling. Professor Richard Alley analyzes ice cores drilled from the Greenland ice mass. These cores provide a unique record of our weather over the last 100,000 years.
If you took all these pieces of core that have been collected and put them end to end, they're about 2 miles long, and this is a sort of 2-mile time machine. We can see that this ice core is beautifully layered, and we can ask of it what happened, what was coming through the atmosphere at that time. Is there ash and acids from a big volcano? Is there lead from Roman lead refining, or what have you? So there's this history of what was blowing through the air and piling up on top of the Greenland ice sheet, sitting here in these beautiful layers.